Japan railways are racist. I already knew this because I made a video before explaining how Japan Railways asks other companies to block shopping malls that they own. More to the point, to block non-Japanese people from entering shopping malls that Japan Railways owns. You can watch that video here. So, Japan Railways asks a third party to stand at doors and block entry from non-Japanese people. And they're doing this right now. It doesn't stop. I talked to the company. I didn't talk to Japan Railways, but I talked to the company that was blocking people from entering the shopping mall. You can't do this. They're like, oh, we can because Japan Railways is forcing us to do this. So, all right. So that's a little background on Japan Railways. I wasn't exactly sure how Japan Railways could force a totally different company from being their security guards at their doors. I still don't know if it's true, but now I think it is true. And here's why. Because I experienced the next evolutionary step in Japan Railways, open racism. They practice this in Japan. Here's what happened. So I was on a JR train and I saw a man drinking a beer on the train. That's bad manners in Japan. You can't eat or drink beer or anything on trains. This is common knowledge. Everyone knows this. People do it because there's no law against it, but it's frowned upon because it's bad manners. Right? So if you're a foreigner and you're doing this, you'll get a video made of you that'll go up on X and blow up, and Japan will be like, oh, people are attacking Japan. Oh, these foreigners, right? So when Japanese people do it, it's probably okay, they think, right? So anyway, I saw this man drinking a beer and I said, you can't drink a beer on the train because it's bad manners. And he's like, nope, I can. And I was like, well, yeah, but it's bad manners. And so he wanted to settle this issue, and he offered for me to go talk to the train staff at the next station, right? So I'm like, sure, I got time. Let's go talk to the train staff. And I was pretty sure they were going to say, you can't eat or drink on trains because it's bad manners, right? So we leave the train together. He was actually pretty nice. We weren't arguing or anything. It was just kind of it was a standoff, basically, on manners. So we walked to the office of that JR station. It was like a medium-sized station. Now it's actually pretty big. Not huge, but it was a big station. And I was sure to walk ahead of the man with the beer so I could ask the question first without biasing or contaminating the staff. So I went to the staff and I asked the staff directly, can I drink or eat? I think I said, can I drink alcohol on the train? Can I drink a beer on the train? The staff was a man, looked at me without pause, just straight up said, no, you cannot. Right? So now the man with the beer, Japanese man with the beer, is standing on my side, and I turned to him and I was like, beep boop, game over, you can't, it's bad manners, right? So what happens next is astounding. The Japanese man with the beer cuts in front of me and starts talking to the train staff, the JR staff worker, and then the staff flipped and changed their mind on the spot. Now the train staff says, no, it's okay to drink beer on the train. What? You're lying right now. You just said to me, the gaijin, foreigner, no, you cannot drink a beer on the train or food. Can't do any of that stuff. So what happened here, right? I'm just like, you are a loser. I told the guy off. I told the train staff guy. It's like, dude, Uso, you're lying. You just lied to my face. Before you saw this Japanese guy with the beer, you told me no. So, all right. So that was finished. I was continuing on this trip, so I went back on the train, and I got off at a really big train station. Now I asked, there was 3 different train staff, and I told them what just happened at the other medium-sized station. And what they told me is more racism. So they used racism to justify the other train staff's racism. So I said, why did the other man lie? Why did he tell me, no, I can't drink a beer, but he told the Japanese person 30 seconds later, no problem, go ahead. And the 3 staff at the big train station said to me, it's because Gaijin are loud, because they're noisy. Racism! More racism! Stacked upon racism! So they justified the first train staff's racism and lie with more racism, that Gaijin are loud, right? So I don't doubt that. But the problem is, Japanese are loud too. Watch these guys. Japanese men talk on the train, talk on phones on the train loudly, which is a huge taboo no-no. They drink and they talk loud when they drink. So, got it. Everyone's doing the same thing on trains. Got it. But foreigners are persecuted, especially in social media. So the standards are not practiced the same. It's racism. And it's just open, direct to your face, without any hesitation. Japan Railways is racist on multiple accounts on the same day. These 2 different train stations, this is separated by maybe 20-25 minutes, right? So the reason why the train staff was racist and lied to you is because we're also racist, and so that train staff lying to you with racism is okay. This is the takeaway. So be careful of anything that you do in Japan. You will be judged differently, not just from average people, everyday people on the street, but from the largest Japanese companies in the world. Japan Railways is massive. It's countrywide. It's huge. Like maybe one of the most, top 5 popular companies in Japan. So, and they just openly practice racism, right? So of course they would never put this in writing. You'll never see this in print. But they will speak honestly when they're talking to you. If you ask them questions, they'll say they're racist, right? So these workers are representing Japan Railways, and so they make Japan Railways racist. That first video that I made about Japan Railways blocking non-Japanese people from entering their shopping malls, yeah, I pretty much can believe that now. I can believe it's true.